Hi everyone, today we are going to talk about something new. Today we are going to talk about, first of all, the new movie called The Social Dilemma, and how me as a programmer look at this new movie. So let's start. So today's companies like Facebook, Google, Amazon, what they want is they want your data and they want to know everything that they can know about you in order to sell better to you. The reason for that is that they are gaining money by their customer data, all the things that they can, all the insights they can get from their customer data, they put it into their product. One of the tools that big companies use is a tool called A/B testing. A/B testing is a tool that allows the companies to understand their customer better. So what they do is they take two features and they put one feature to 50% of the users and another feature to another 50% of the users, and they check which one gained more popularity, which one gave the company more income. These days, companies like Amazon, Google, and Microsoft, each one of them, IBM, each one of them has a cloud services. Amazon has AWS, Google has Google Cloud Computing, Microsoft has Azure. Each one of these companies give possibilities to smaller companies on these days to achieve this information gathering more easily. You see, the problem with this is that these big companies use these so-called pleasure drugs, also called happy chemicals, which these chemicals we have in our body generates them, and they serve different purposes. One can be for pain endurance, can be for stop our loneliness. We have like multiple drug types. We have endorphin, serotonin, oxytocin, dopamine. So these big companies use mainly dopamine they are trying to generate more dopamine when we are using their applications. So when you are using Facebook and you are clicking on the like button, you are getting more dopamine. That's like you reached some sort of a goal. So you can gather intelligence like whether people like this video or didn't like. You can, for example, with the scroll idea, with the scroll events, if people are scrolling over a video, then it means they are not interested in it. If people are leaving a video after 1-2 seconds, then it means that they are not interested in it. So this is like business intelligence you can gather on this tons amount of data that you have on your users. And that's what Facebook and Instagram and all these companies are trying to do, is to understand what the users want in order to gather more data on them. So it's a never-ending cycle. So what we are going to talk about today we are going to talk about digital minimalism and how you can detoxificate from your phone. Digital minimalism means that you should have what you need and not what you don't. The idea in here is that you need to have more time for yourself. You need to gain more time for your family and friends. You need to ask yourself, where does being on Facebook, on this all of this social media helps you in? The only reason I see usage for Facebook, Instagram, all these places is to better create my business. The idea is that technology comes to serve us, not the other way around. A recent study I've seen is that we have only 44 minutes a day for our family. That's what parents have for their children. And out of these 44 minutes average daily, we have only 7 minutes to actually talk, to actually chat. So all the other minutes that we have in daily to talk, we are not talking about fun stuff. We are talking about what do you want to eat, where did you go today. Only 150 people can be your actual relationships. You can actually form 150 relationships. So how can we be less on social media? How can we actually get to start our life again? How can we talk more on the real life? First thing you need to do in order to be less on social media and other applications is that you need to list your problems. Gain insights on what you have too much time on. I myself use an application called StayFree. That's an application for Android, but I'm sure that there are applications for iOS as well. StayFree actually monitors all your activities on your phone, and after a while it will start giving you not estimation, how much time you're actually on each application, how much time you are opening and unlocking your phone. Another thing that you can use, which I explained in my previous video, is something called ZenMode. ZenMode is an application that OnePlus has, for example, but other phones has it as well, but in different names, like Samsung Wellbeing, that allows you to just not use your phone. So whenever you need to actually study, you put your phone in ZenMode or Samsung Wellbeing, and in this state you can't actually use your phone. But other than both of these things, what you need to do is that you need to start getting into action and not being sucked into social media. So in order to do that, let's start by giving some actions that you can do right now. Let's start by unfollowing people and pages that you don't care about, because once you follow these people and pages, you see them on Facebook, and this, looking at your phone, you can see that it's sucking you into the videos, posts that are not really relevant for you. Maybe you had a friend that were with you in kindergarten, school, that it's not really relevant anymore. You are not getting to talk to him. You will never get to talk to him. Let's start by removing applications that take your time from your main screen. For example, instead of me having Facebook on my main screen, on my main drawer, my main page, what I'll do is that I'll remove Facebook from this, and once I will really need Facebook, I'll go into my drawer. I'll make it harder for myself to go into Facebook. Another thing to get into your productivity for the day-to-day is try to make short-term daily planning. Once you'll do a short-term daily planning, you will start to see that you won't want to go into these applications because you have something important to do. Give yourself the mentality that you're always ongoing. Another thing that you can do is that you can start by turning off all part of your notification, like you do by unfollowing people. A lot of notifications that we get on our phone are not really relevant to our life. We get marketing, we get tons of different notifications that are not relevant to our life. So start by removing these notifications, turning off this notification. On Android, you can do it by long clicking on notification and click on never show that again. Another thing that you can do is stop using social media one day in a week. So don't do it all the days in the week, because what will happen is that you will come back to it and you will use it even more than you used it before, because you lost some dopamine, so now you need to gain it back. So do it one day in a week, and that way you will lower your dopamine level from these social media apps. It's slow. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Share it, subscribe, like it. Comment down below what you want to see in my next videos. Enjoy.